A feeling that so many of us have tasted but can't really explain. That moment, often after midnight, when the world falls quiet and the night stretches out before us. Empty, yet strangely full. It's an hour when thoughts become softer, but truer. When memories and questions we keep buried during the day slowly come to the surface. But why does the night do this to us? Why do so many people feel drawn to it? Some out of loneliness, others out of longing, and some out of a hope they cannot quite name. Let's walk together through the world of Call of the Night, through Japanese poetry and philosophy, and through the human need to wonder when the world sleeps. I will not tell you what the night should mean. Instead, I will ask you one simple question. When the world grows quiet, what does the night mean to you? This is Call of the Night, written and illustrated by Kotoyama. But before we continue, if you're enjoying this, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel and keeps me motivated to create more for you guys. Thank you! Imagine a city just past midnight. The streets are still, the air feels lighter, and everything that felt urgent just a few hours ago now feels so far away. Vending machines glow on empty corners. Train stations rest quietly after a day's last train. And the soft hum of neon lights creates a strange kind of lullaby. In Call of the Night, this is where Ko Yamori first steps into a different version of his own life. By day, Ko is a boy who drifts through the motions. Homework, polite nods to classmates, empty conversations that drain more than they give. The daylight feels heavy with expectation, a weight many of us know all too well. But at night, something changes. There are no teachers asking him to speak, no classmates judging, no mirrors reflecting the person he feels forced to be. The night doesn't ask anything from him, and somehow that silent permission feels more comforting than any praise. It's just him, his insomnia, and the world of the night. Maybe you have felt that way too, walking home late or laying awake in bed, when the hush of darkness lets your mind breathe. Philosopher Alain de Botton called this the midnight walk of thought, a gentle ritual where the mind loosens and truth hidden by daylight begin to emerge. But the night in Call of the Night isn't just empty streets and quiet solitude. It becomes alive when Ko meets Nazuna, a vampire. But more than that, a living embodiment of night itself. Nazuna is loud, brash, teasing. She laughs on rooftops, stretches lazily across neon-lit signs, and refuses to pretend she's anything but what she is. She doesn't fit into the world of 9-to-5 jobs, alarm clocks, and polite conversations. And in meeting her, Ko discovers something unexpected. The night can be shared. The rooftops and empty parks aren't just spaces to hide, they become places to speak honestly. Thoughts that feel embarrassing by day come out easily under a sky that seems to say, it's okay, no one is watching. And I feel like this is a universal feeling as well. The way a late night conversation with someone you trust can turn into laughter, tears, or secrets that you would never say at noon. At night, words lose their sharpness and gain sincerity. Philosophers, artists, and poets across cultures have noticed this too. Nietzsche once wrote, "All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking." And the Japanese poet Basho often described the night as a space where feelings deepen and not vanish. As Ko walks these nights, something inside starts to shift. By day, his loneliness is painful, sitting in a classroom, surrounded by people, yet feeling invisible. But by night, that loneliness transforms into solitude, a chosen, peaceful state, rather than something forced upon him. Philosopher Paul Tillich described this beautifully. Loneliness expresses the pain of being alone. Solitude expresses the glory of being alone. In darkness, Ko stops asking, "Why don't I fit in?" and and begins to ask, what do I really want? And though this question doesn't bring an easy answer, it feels honest because it comes from within, not from what others want him to be. And isn't that the transformation at the heart why so many of us love the night? The night doesn't erase our questions, but it makes room for them. It softens the noise of judgment and invites reflection instead of reaction. And in those moments, even restlessness feels like a part of being alive. To truly understand why Call of the Night feels so powerful, we need to look beyond manga panels and into something older. Japanese culture's deep relationship with the night. In classical Japanese literature, words like yozora, which stands for the night sky, and yofuke, the deep night, suggest more than darkness. They suggest a space of intimacy, beauty, and hidden truth. In the tale of Genji, night becomes a canvas for secret meetings, a time when the masks worn by day can slip away. By the glow of lanterns, words unspeakable by daylight become possible. In haiku and tanka, which are short Japanese poems, night is rarely empty. It is filled with subtle feelings, what the Japanese call yugen, a profound, mysterious beauty that cannot be fully explained. Even after silence, something invisible lingers, an unseen presence, alive only at night. In this tradition, night is not an absence but an invitation, a time to feel and share what is normally hidden. Call of the Night, though modern and set under neon lights, echoes this same idea. The night is not an escape from reality, it is part of reality that reveals different truth. Nazuna, as a vampire, lives entirely outside society's rhythms. She sleeps by day, wanders by night, and rejects the world's rules without guilt. To Ko, she becomes a symbol, not just of the supernatural, but of something deeply human. Freedom. A freedom from alarm clocks, from homework, from pretending to be normal. A freedom to laugh loudly on rooftops, to sleep when tired, and to speak truth instead of polite lies. And as Ko spends more nights with Nazuna, his longing deepens. He begins to dream not just of walking in the night, but of belonging to it completely. But what is Ko really chasing? Perhaps not immortality, but authenticity. To live in a way that truly feels his, even if it's strange or scary. And isn't that desire very familiar? Many of us feel it quietly. The wish to live without a mask, without explaining ourselves, to simply be who we are. And reading Ko's story made me remember my own late night moments. Walks through empty streets and feeling the cold breeze on my skin. Sometimes occasionally seeing a stray cat or the quiet rhythm of my own footsteps. At those hours, thoughts I silence by day feel softer and less frightening. Am I where I want to be? Am I living as someone I respect? The night never answers, but it listens patiently and gently. And sometimes that quiet listening is all it takes to remember what matters. And of course, dawn returns. Morning trains rattle back to life. Phone buzz with messages. Expectations wake up too. But what the night gives us, its honesty, its reflection, its gentle permission to question, does not vanish completely. It becomes something we carry, a small flickering light inside us, reminding us who we are when the world stops watching. Call of the Night, in my opinion, doesn't pretend that living authentically is easy. It shows us that it's an ongoing choice, a quiet rebellion against the rush of daylight. And sometimes remembering our nighttime selves helps us make braver choices by day. The night is like a mirage, fleeting, elusive, and gone by morning. But maybe its beauty lies in exactly that. It invites us to chase, to question, and to reflect. In the end, the night doesn't tell us what to think or feel. It lets us feel what we might not dare during the day. And so, rather than giving us answers, Call of the Night gently leaves us with an open question. When the world grows quiet, what does the night mean to you? Because the night's beauty isn't that it defines us. It's that it gives us the freedom to discover who we truly are. Perhaps that's why so many artists, poets, painters, philosophers, and all return to the night in their work. Because it is at once deeply personal and quietly universal. For some, night is freedom. For others, it is loneliness. For many, it is both. And something more. Like ghosts standing under the silent sky, we find ourselves asking not what the night is, but what it means to us. As it whispers, the night might vanish by morning. But what we discover under its gentle darkness, our fears, our hopes, our honest selves, can stay with us, quietly shaping who we choose to become. Let me know in the comments what the night means to you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I see you all in my next video. Bye bye!